So we got these first few moves, e4, e5, and then what do you think Adolf Anderson did here? What do you think Adolf Anderson did here in this position? And this game was played in 1852 again, which is kind of crazy to think about. Kind of crazy. F4? Not F4. We're not doing F4 again. That was the first game, though, that we did F4. The board is wrong. What do you mean the board is wrong? The board is right. Stop trying to confuse me. What's your actual name? It's H1. Knight to F. Everybody who's saying KF3, K is for king, N is for knight. Knight to F3. Yes, knight to F3 is what they usually played in the 1800s. This was like the go-to, just like how everybody plays. What does everybody plays nowadays? Like the Berlin Wall or whatever, the Berlin defense. Everybody played E4, E5, knight to F3, and knight to C6. This was the go-to that all beginners play now. After knight to C6, bishop C4, and then black played the move bishop to C5. Now, which variation are we going to? We're not to a good. We're not like this. This isn't like a position to find the best move. But what do you think Adolf Anderson did next here in this position? And for all the people who play E4, E5 openings, this is actually a very instructional game. Bro, I thought this was live, was a normal video. This is live. Shoe crown. Bobby Fischer, what's up? How you doing? Board is wrong, bro. Board is not wrong. What are you talking about? Yo, mama, like Jacob, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Sorry, my English isn't perfect. Who are the players again? It's Adolf Anderson against Gene. B4, drunk chess. Is that what we're doing? Anderson is known for playing D3 in the Roy Lopez. No, yeah, he kind of is, but he didn't do it this time because he did B4. Now, after the move B4, what is this opening called? I need everybody to give me what this opening is before we get into it right quick. What is this opening called in this position? Vermeil's lifestyle. You are correct. Is anybody else gonna get it? Magnus Nakamura, you're correct too. I'm not rude, just watching from what? Oh, I'm not talking about you, Magnus Nakamura. There's like a whole other crazy chat in TikTok. Erikito, yep, you're correct. Gene, you're correct. And no, this is not the Scandinavian defense. This is nowhere near that. Cannon, you're correct too. After B4, that is known as the Evans Gambit. And then after bishop takes on B4, you're gonna probably see that it's played a little bit weirdly, because after bishop takes on B4, C3, bishop to A5, and then we have this old move here. Not actually, this isn't that game. Okay, I thought it was a different game, because there are some games where they castled right here. But no, we got the main line, D4. After D4, E takes on D4. And then what is the next move that you think white did here in this position? Who knows about the Evans Gambit? Who knows the theory? Come on, let me know. Oh, snap, somebody's going to the candidates? Man, congratulations. You know Magnus Carlsen is my little brother. So, hey, say hi to him if he's going to be there. He might not. Is he going to be there to spectate? I know he's not, like, real talk. I know he's not going to the World Chess Championship, but is he going to be there to spectate? At least. Queen B3. Knight D4. Gavin, my friend, what's up? You better be coming to Toronto for the candidates, my dude. Man, I don't know if I am. I'm sorry. For journalists, don't do that. Castle Kingside was the move that was played here, not Queen B3, even though Queen B3 is another line that you could play in the Evans Gambit. And so after Castle Kingside, we have this weird move by black, D3, which is kind of declining in the Evans Gambit inside of the Evans Gambit, but it is a variation that some players are going to have to deal with. Now, what are we doing after the move D3? It just looks awkward. It looks wrong, but it could be right. Castle Kingside, I might have seen this game before, maybe even more than once. Yeah, most of these games are going to be immortal games that I'm going to be going over first. Bishop D2, bishop takes on F7, knight D4, castle kingside. What are y'all saying here? What y'all trying to get into? Not knight d4. Not knight d4 in the middle of this craziness. We still got pieces to develop too. We can't do moves like knight to d4. That's moving the piece twice in the opening. We're breaking principles. We can't break principles. Erikito, you are correct. I keep on saying his name wrong, but I think it's Erikito. Ty Scott, I know a lot of people wants to capture that pawn too. That is true. Queen takes on d3 is an option. But after queen takes on d3, that's what our opponent wants us to do, man. Brother, they want us to capture the pawn to misplace our pieces, man. They're trying to get into your head. And that's why you be a genius like Keaton and Luke and play the move queen b3, because we know that we can capture that pawn whenever we want to. And so after queen b3, doing our own attack on the f7 square, and then we have the move queen to f6. After queen to f6, what is next in this position? What is next in this position after queen to f6? Is this allowed? Is this right? I don't know. But the immortal game was King's Gambit. Yeah, the immortal game we already went over. But we're going to be going over some more famous games, and this is one of them. Erikito, you are correct. Why does everybody hate the London? Because it's hateable. Queen b3. We already did queen b3. Is YouTube really that far back? I probably need to put it on ultra low so that y'all can be part of these lessons. Bishop g5. Okay, bishop g5 is attacking the queen. Y'all are on the right track, attacking the queen. Fried recap, bishop d2. Brad, Joshua saying bishop g5. Austin, my boy, and everybody else who said e5, you are correct. After e5 attacking the queen, and this knight is attacking the pawn too. And so after the move e5 in this position, queen moves over to g6, trying to do some attack or even protect the pawn on d6. What are we doing next here in this position? What are we doing next? I just came. What are we doing? We are doing a chess lesson. We're trying to go over this game. Adolf Anderson against whatchamacallit? Gene. Against Gene. YouTube is ages back, bro. Yeah, it is. On streaming, of course. Not on anything else. Knight to h4, rook e1. Joshua, you're correct. Rook e1 is the next move in this position. After rook e1, knight g to e7, and then what do we have next here? Because we need to get all the pieces developed. We need to get some sort of attack happening in this position, because if we don't, then our opponent is just going to defend, and we're down a pawn. Remember that. We're not only are we down a pawn, we're down 2 pawns. 2 pawns. Knight g5, knight d1, pawn attacking the queen. What are we doing here? Queen b4, bishop g5, knight g5. Knight g5. A lot of people want to do a lot of people want to do bishop g5 too. But is that the right diagonal for that bishop to be at? Is that the right diagonal for that bishop to be at? Is to be at g5? Shouldn't it be somewhere else more effective targeting the king side? I thought it was longer. I was going to do my Mr. House thing, but it didn't happen. Chess Kid, Devi, you are correct. Bishop to a3, targeting this king side. And for everybody else too, Sophie, Chess, dang it, I missed you, Harith, you're correct too. Bishop a3. After bishop a3, b5, attacking the bishop. And then we have this next move, which is what? Do we take the pawn, or do we do something else here? What was the purpose of doing that move? And which piece do we take the pawn with on b5? What piece do we take the pawn with on b5, bro? I swear, I'm going to get one right. Ty Scott, keep that determination. You will get one right. And I would actually start like notating which moves you get right and which moves you get wrong too. And the more moves you get right, the more times I do this, the better you'll get. Knight to h4, b5, queen b5, queen takes on b5. Is that what everybody else wants to do? Queen takes on b5. Bishop takes on b5. Okay, I think the audience is split. I get it. So queen takes on b5 or bishop takes on b5. Knight to h4. And Mr. J is saying knight to h4. Bishop d5. Not bishop d5, but queen takes on b5 was the correct move. I think that was the new pawn too that I just like threw and slapped. But anyway, that's a new move. Queen takes on b5 in this position is the correct move here. After queen takes on b5, rook b8, attacking our queen, and now we're going to have to move our queen somewhere to like a better square. What is like the only square what we can do here? 2 cents. What's up? How you doing? It's been a while since you've been in here. Well, I'm tired. Didn't even notice knight could take. Yeah. Queen b5. What are we doing next here? What is like the only square we can go? Let's go. You missed that. Queen c5. A lot of people want to do queen c5. I get that. Queen c5. A lot of people want to go. I think there's something wrong with queen c5. I think that's a little bit too exposed for some reason. For example, maybe after queen c5, you're allowing them to do like bishop b6. I'm still trying to shout out the people who are guessing the best moves though. JJ, you are correct, and Joshua, you are correct too. And make sure that you keep on liking the stream, guys. While we still at 11K on TikTok, can we get up there on TikTok? Can we get to 20K right quick? And thank you for the follows, Psy user. I appreciate you, man. I do see you. And Kingo Game, queen a4. You are correct. Drunk squares. There are two. Yeah, there's literally 2 squares. Queen a4 was the move that he did here in this game. Queen a4. After queen a4 in this position, bishop b6, which this is the move that they wanted to do anyway, so good thing that we didn't do queen to c5 in this position. And then what happens next? What do we do? Is there like a tactic we could do? Do we just keep on developing pieces? What would you do if you had this position over the board? Because this is kind of confusing. We're in a gambit and we really badly want to get our pawn back, right? Queen a4. A lot of people screaming queen a4 when we already went to queen a4. We already went queen a4. What are you talking about? Bishop a6. Commence the attack. Okay. Somebody actually did that channel points. So we need to develop more pieces, guys. We're playing a gambit, and usually with the gambit, we're exchanging that pawn, right, for initiative. So we still have about 2 pieces that's not doing a dang thing. I know people want to do knight to h4, bishop takes on f7, bishop takes on e7, but the queen's somewhere more active. But there's actually just a simpler move. And who could do the right notation of that simpler move too? I've been wanting to develop the knight on d2 since 3 moves ago. Yeah, knight b d2. Because if you just say knight to d2, I'm going to be assuming that, okay, you mean in this knight. You know, if you're the opponent, I'm going to be like, nah, he meant that knight. But knight b d2 was the move here to develop that last piece. After knight b d2, bishop b7, this is a game. And we're going to be figuring out what happened here. What happened to the opponent, especially after the move knight to e4, and then queen f5. And what happens next here in this position? Already losing for the black pieces because they did queen to f5. It was balanced, and now it's losing. It was balanced, and now it's losing. Learned the new word. You don't know what Pokemon is? What is Pokemon? I redeemed it. You don't know what? It is what it is. I'm about to shut off the music just because you don't know what Pokemon is. What is the next move in this position? What are we doing? Okay, there we go. Okay. And his name is Ben. Lewis, you are correct. That was so random. Man, the chat is so awesome. Ben, you are correct. Bishop takes on d3. Because that was the main purpose of why we did knight to e4 to eventually take that pawn. And now our bishop is eyeing up that knight. And so now white has threats of knight to d6 and everywhere. right? So after bishop takes on d3, queen had to move across the world. And then after queen moved to h5, what are we doing next here? Because the attack still goes. The attack never stops in this position, especially if you're playing a gambit. And that's why most people do play gambits, because they want that big initiative. Why was the gene so unextended? I don't know. Knight g3, knight check. Everybody just saying knight g3. Everybody just wants to attack the queen. There has to be a purpose of every single move. Ice.tv, you are correct. Would grab a material instead of giving it up. Eric Keto, you're correct too. Evan Lancer, you're correct. I know everybody's still thinking, and I get it, but we need to open up lines on their king since they didn't castle. Insane dude, you're correct too. Knight to f6. Knight to f6. Not the best move, I'm not gonna lie. There was way better moves. There's way better moves like rook ad1, just preparing for this. But it does it. It does the job psychologically. All right, knight to f6. Even though they should have just, they could have played it safe. It is what it is. This is still the best move. G takes on f6. And then after G takes on f6, E takes on f6. And now the rook is open. The pawn is attacking the knight. The knight cannot move anywhere. Chess knights, what's the question mark for? There has to be like a question behind that. No, what happens when you redeem Pokemon? I don't know. Nothing happens. It's just a sound that you play. There's really no purpose of the sound. Bro, you missed the ones I get wrong. Get right. Calling me out on the wrong. Ty Scott, I'm sorry. I'm calling people out on the illegal moves. But the chat is going really fast where it's really hard to keep track of everything that is going on here. Especially with the weird sounds that are happening right now. Bling, bum, bum, bling. Okay, so after E takes on f6, rook g8, bishop e4. Wait a minute, not bishop e4. Why did I see bishop e4? Rook a d1. And then queen takes on f3. So why did these last few moves happen? You're probably wondering, why did white just give away a whole knight? Because now black has checkmate and won. Now it's up to y'all to figure out what happens next year in this position. It's up to y'all to figure it out. Would you analyze knight d6? We're already progressing along with the game right quick. Let's finish the game, and then maybe we can do other stuff too afterwards. Who's your favorite chess YouTuber? I don't have a favorite chess YouTuber. If I would say anybody, the first person that came up was Daniel Naroditsky. He's pretty cool. And Hikaru Nakamura, I watch his YouTube videos all the time. Rook e7, rook e7. A lot of people saying rook takes on e7. Bishop e4, not bishop e4. Oh, the bishop e4 wasn't the move. I thought it was bishop e4, but it wasn't. Sacrifice everything. Yep, that is exactly what you do. My head is hurting from all these shorts I'm editing right now. Oh man, I'm glad you're getting into it. Rook takes on e7 is the move, guys. Rook takes on e7 is the move. After rook takes on e7, they took with the knight, which pretty much guarantees checkmate in 4 for the white pieces. Can y'all find checkmate in 4? Are y'all geniuses? Hayden? Then he sacrifices the queen? Maybe that happens. I don't know. Let's figure it out. What happens next here after knight captures on e7? Queen takes on d2? Well, I wish the queen can take on d2, but it seems like that would be impossible. King's game, queen takes on d7. Is that it? The hidden, Harith, you said c7. Hayden, who else is saying the right move? Mr. Knight, queen takes on d7. Queen takes on d7 is the correct move. Why is that? Because we're just sacrificing our lady, right? Queen takes on d7. King takes on d7. And this whole game was played out. After king takes on d7, what is right? What is the best move in this position? Sack bishop at e4. Let's go. Rook e1. Queen takes on d7. Discover check. Bishop c4. Yeah, there's this discover check that has to happen here. But which one is the right one? Not bishop c4. We don't want to just do any discover check. No, Novel John, you're correct. Who else? Joshua. Ben 10, you're correct. Queen takes on d7. Chess Kid, you're correct, man. You got it. Bishop f5 is the correct check because you're attacking the king twice, and that's what we wanted to do, a double check. After bishop f5, king moves back, and now it's checkmated 2. Where's the checkmated 2? Where's the checkmated 2? And white is not in check in this present position. Just remember that. White is not in check. Yeah, I got the first 2 moves right. The king of games, you're correct. Who else is correct? Why not e4 before queen d7? Because queen d7 is a lot more immediate. You got to do immediate moves to force the opponent to do a move. Because if you don't force the opponent, then they're gonna have time to defend in the position. And like I said before, queen takes on g2 was on board if we did any slow move here. And so for all the people who's saying actual, the Wiggler, Carlos, Aiden, bishop d7 is the check that we needed. And wherever the king goes, which in the real game, the king went to f8. What happens next in this position? This is forcing and works, as we can see now. Yeah, this is way more forcing than the other move. We don't want to miss out on this. We don't want to give our opponent any opportunity. Yo, I'm a boomer. Anyone know how to add notes to chess.com game analysis? That is so random. What is the move? Everybody's guessing it? Everybody got it? Joshua, Roxy, John, Dakota, Actual, X? Yes. So we're not doing pawn takes, right? So we're not doing pawn takes, which is allowing our king to go to g7. But no. We're doing bishop takes on e7, which is checkmate, bro. And that's how you play a game, bro. Bishop takes on e7, checkmate. There we go. Good job. Good job to everybody that was here, streaming on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and everywhere else for that matter. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even. X, and etc. Y'all did an awesome job. Thank you for participating.